And for years, we're moving to something else. For years, a close bond has threatened between Israel and the Druze community. But many in the ethnic minority feel they will never be treated as equals in the Jewish state. Part 2 of our look at minorities in Israel by Shachar Peled.
Young Druze in Israel live in constant internal conflict. On the one hand, they are recruited to the army and serve enthusiastically to protect the country. But on the other hand, as a distinct ethnic Arab-speaking community, they feel they must fight continuous battles for their rights.
Even in the best democracies in the world, there is nothing called 100% equality, especially if you belong to a minority and you belong to other nationality.
Rafia and Safa Hassan wanted to build their home together a decade ago in the vicinity of their hometown, the northern Druze village of Daliat el-Carmel. Years later, they are still struggling to connect the house that is already being built with electricity.
This is land we bought. I don't see a reason for canceling our electricity request. Someone doesn't want to see the Druze villages expand.
The Druze community in Israel consists of some 130,000 people. 85% of the men serve in the military. But when it comes to their rights, many believe that the state of Israel doesn't treat them as equals.
We have no problem with employment because our people are more educated, so they are more open to new jobs. This problem of land dispute is existential in the Druze survival.
As a citizen, I fulfill all my duties to the country. This is what I get back. Electricity is a basic commodity. Any cowshed is immediately connected to power. Settlers' villages are connected to electricity even before their houses are built.
In the past, protests over a more just distribution of the state's budget took place, as well as violent demonstrations over the new gas pipeline going through their territory. Local mayor Rafik Halabi emphasizes the distress and contradiction.
I feel persecuted. I feel isolated. I am an officer in the army. My 2 kids were in the army. All of this village in the army. So what do you want more?
Indeed, Israel takes pride in the Druze implementation in the army, but when it comes to investing in the local industry and infrastructure, the Druze feel they are on their own.
Somebody in Jerusalem closed his mind, except in the Independence Day or in the Memorial Day. Then we are the same, but during or since years, we feel discriminated in this point.
Meanwhile, Achi is certain the solution is simple and political.
We have no representation on the decision-making process. Always the minority has to be subordinated to the majority, something which I hate and I fight and I'm struggling in order to be equal.
More complicated than it looks.